welcome to new episodes. Now, since we finished the 993 engine already, I had to bring something new to it, something more challenging. So here we are.
Oh yeah. Yo, hit me. You ready to do this? I was at the bar with my drinking team, and it was me, Jack Daniels, and my homie Jim Beam. We were kind of blitzed and we were trying to behave, yo. When in walked the soldier, he was from the fuzzy naval. We were falling, stumbling, crawling. Here came the police, captain.
Old classic Mercedes 250S. Now this car is in pretty bad shape. Has been sitting for 5 years. You can see one of the tires have already bursted out. You got rust everywhere. The seats still look okay. I mean, you got the back trim. Inside, still pretty good. But if we look at the engine bay, yeah, she's a little bit old, a little bit rusty. What we're going to do now is see if we can get this thing started. Now, it has been sitting for 5 years. First thing we're going to do is put a new battery in it, change the spark plugs, check compression, check oil level, check coolant level, see if we get any fuel pumping through.
And the battle said freeze. He said hands in the air and hand over your keys. Now we did, and that was kind of simple. Now here came Margarita and her friend Shirley Temple. I asked my friend about Margarita. He said that Shirley was a virgin and I wouldn't want to meet her. So I talked to Margarita cause yo, she was flyer. I took her to the coast cause I wanted to screwdrive her. Now I'm not one for a speech, but there was plenty of tequila and on the beach, y'all, tequila. Tequila.
Now, as you can see, very dirty, very old. And there seems to be a lot of dirt around it. We'll replace all of them, but we'll run a compression test. I got all the spark plugs removed. Now just to do a quick compression test. You're gonna have to excuse me, I'm a bit sweaty. It is a very, very hot day today. And if you look around as well, look at the area I'm working in. I'm just in a parking lot. No special tools, no hoists, just my little toolbox here and the car. That's all you need to get a car running anyway. So, all right, we're ready to check compression on cylinder number 6. We're showing 90, which is pretty low. All right, let's check the next one, huh? Okay, number 5. Oh, very nice. We got 150 here. Okay, that's one good sign. Cylinder number 4. Just under 120. Okay, number 3. 95. Number 2. Like 70. That's very low. Okay, last number 1. Also at 70. What I'm going to do now is just pour a bit of oil down each cylinder. What that's going to do, it's going to create a seal around the piston ring, also lubricate the inside part, and then maybe you get more of a compression out of it. Now if we do get higher compression straight away, we'll know that the piston rings are worn, and that's why we have low compression. If we still have low compression even after putting oil inside, that means we got like a burnt valve, a valve's not sealing properly. So we'll run the wet test, as they call it, and we'll check everything again. Huh? Very hard to get to since I don't have a little oil squirter. So I had to make do with a little pipe, some oil in the cap. Let's see if I can get it in. Huh? Not bad.
Here we go again, and I'm not fussing. See, I'm a French Mexican, but I kick it with white Russians at the bar with the drink in my hand. In walked Jose Cuervo, it was Margarita's man. I talked to the wise man, cause yo, he's distinguished. His name is St. Ives, and he spoke in old English. He said, you better think fast, cause Jose is kinda crazy, and I heard he shot glass. He gave...
Alright, wet test on cylinder number 6. Here we go. 120. Alright, number 5. 200. Extremely high, huh? Number 4. 210. Wow. Number 3. 200. Number 2. 180. Number 1. 175. Okay. After running the wet test, it tells me that we have the valves, they're obviously fine. except for maybe number 6 and number 2, was it? Because the compression's still a bit low. Actually, no, it's just number 6. Well, anyway, what it tells me is that the valves are fine. The piston rings might be slightly worn, but it could be because it was sitting for so long. So maybe just inside the balls is a bit rusted. Maybe after running it for a while, it might wear in. I might be completely restoring this engine. It depends on the owner, which is my uncle. Yeah, it depends on him. If he wants to completely restore the engine, then we will completely rebuild the engine. But if not, I think after running for a while, it might actually clear up and run fine. But we won't find out until we start the car. First, we will check if there's any spark. If there's spark, then we'll put the spark plugs in. And then we'll check if there's fuel. If there's fuel, then we're going to try and start the car. To check if there's spark, it's pretty simple. We just get a spark plug, put it into the spark plug lead and test it. Now these are new spark plugs, but if you notice it's got a screw top at the end. All I did was just remove the little top cap of it, which is screwed on. For all the cars it doesn't need it. It just clicks directly onto there. So earth it out somewhere and then we check if there's spark. And we have spark. Not sure if you could see that there though, but you could hear it and could see it from inside the car. So we definitely have spark. Put the spark plugs in and we'll check if there's fuel. I've installed the new spark plugs and installed the spark plug lead. We haven't checked if there's any fuel pressure. Let's just try our luck and see if it'll start without checking the fuel. Maybe the fuel pump still works and you might pump some fuel in. I know the fuel is very stale because this car's been sitting for 5 years, but we might get lucky. Let's find out. Alright, I guess we're not lucky then. Let's see if the fuel pumps are working. See here, we got one of them is the fuel supply, one's a fuel return. So we just need to pull one of these off and then check if there's actual fuel coming through. So we're completely dry. Turn it over, see if anything comes out. Something like this happens, you have to always ask yourself a most uncommon question, and that is, do we even have fuel in the tank? I'll find out and then I'll get back to you. The fuel tank is empty. You can bang it in here, there's nothing in there. I've managed to get this much fuel. I'm gonna pour it, or majority of it in, have a little bit just in case I need to pour into the old school, old style fuel injection, I don't know what it's called. And we'll see if it starts. If we can get fuel circulating, then this car should run by itself. That's the bad thing about working in the middle of a parking lot. I don't have access to all my tools. So I needed to put fuel into this thing, and lucky I had a spare bottle of water in the car. Just cut the tip off, make a little funnel out of it so I can pour the petrol in. So you know, I'm actually not very familiar with this car. I've never worked on this car before. So I am not 100% sure if it's got an electronic fuel pump or mechanical fuel pump. But either way, we'll find out, you know. See if it'll start. We're going to turn the key, see if it actually will automatically pump through. But if not, just pour some fuel directly into the inlet side where the air goes in. Turn the engine, make the pump work faster if it's a mechanical pump, and then we'll start getting fuel coming to the front. So let's try kick it over first, see if fuel will pump automatically. If not, we'll pour some fuel into it. If we have spark and fuel, then it should start. Again, just needed to run for a bit just to build up the fuel pressure with the pumps if it has a mechanical pump. Fuel here, so I'm guessing it must be electronic pump. The electronic pump is not working. It's a mechanical pump, then it needs to build up pressure, and that takes a bit of effort. So doing it this way will give it that effort, and then yeah, it should run. But if it's electronic pump, electronic pump, she won't work. Of course, it's not going to start unless we fix that fuel pump. So let's see if we can do that today, huh? By luck, this car still has its jack, so we're gonna get underneath and check out the fuel pumps.
He gave me some advice and it went like this. Yo, catch the night train and head up to Cisco. I didn't want to stick around. I caught the 151 to New York.
We're underneath the car. The camera is placed directly underneath the fuel pump. Now, unfortunately, I can't turn the key and check the voltage down here at the same time. So I'm gonna use this exact camera that I'm recording with and check if I get voltage coming to the pump. So I'm gonna turn the key now and see if we can see some voltage coming. Because then if it's no voltage, then we got a power problem. All right, here we go. All right, now to put this on pause and check the camera. All right, so we have power, but it's not enough. So what I'm going to do is just going to take the actual battery, the same battery that we got for the car, kind of hot wire it to go directly into the fuel pump, see if it makes a difference there, kind of like a jump start on the fuel pump. If we jump start the fuel pump and it works, then that's a good sign. If not, then we'll have to continue investigating. All right, we are underneath the car. Get some direct power to the fuel pumps. See if I can hold this with my leg. Okay, so we have a faulty fuel pump. We're not getting anything out of this. I have removed the fuel pump from underneath the car. It's got the fuel filters along with it as well. We're just gonna do another technically bench test just on the floor here to see if we can get it to work. Underneath the car was a bit uncomfortable, so we'll try again here. Ready? Here we go. Bench test. Yeah, she's definitely seized. I'm not sure if you can hear it. Yep. Okay, fuel pumps definitely failed. Probably the only issue with working outdoors and not in a workshop. We've kind of hit a dead end. All I can do now is take this fuel pump, try and get a new one, and only then I can come back and continue on with the car. So we hit a dead end. That's the issue with working outdoors and not in a workshop. Things take longer. Yep, for now I'm going to take the wheel off because I got a second-hand tire. I want to replace it. So then we can move the actual car around. So after I get the fuel pump, get this tire replaced, I'll need to check why there is no coolant inside of it. Maybe it's got a leak somewhere. When I come back again, I'll have the tire, I should have the fuel pump, and then this car should definitely start and run by itself. All right, I got the wheel off. You can see it's not in the best conditions at all, but yeah, we're gonna get this tire replaced. We can at least move the car. So I've hit a dead end now. I'm kind of scared to leave this jack here because this jack is very rare. It's still in good condition. I mean, yeah, a bit of surface rust here and there, but with a good clean and good restoration, it'll be like new. This car is going to be actually a big job, a big restoration job, because if you look here, there's a lot of rust all along the chassis rails. And some people would even question, is this even worth fixing? But, you know, this is my hobby. I love doing this stuff. And the more difficult the job is, the more I enjoy it. This is where I'm going to leave it for today. Of course, I'm going to continue when I get the new tire and new pump, everything set up, and then the car should start. Once we start, we move on to the next phase, which is disassembly and everything. So we need to get it running so we can pull it all apart. That's the way it works in this automotive world, huh? But it's fun. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you're interested in this build. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you're enjoying this type of videos. You know, like this is my first time making this type of video, so if I'm helping someone, then I'm doing a good job. Anyway, ciao, gracias.